is a yin yoga practice. It's an autumn sequence. The two pair organs associated with the season of autumn are the lungs and the large intestines. The respiratory system and the elimination system are symbolic of the innate giving and receiving cycle of nature. The lungs accept the oxygen and release carbon dioxide. Food nutrients enter the large intestines and are released as waste. In today's class, we're going to be activating a deeper flow of energy into the two pair organs, which are responsible for clearing out and cleaning out your internal body. So let's start by turning around, relaxing on your back, Shavasana. So every class we start the same way. Ideally, it's an opportunity to let go of the day. Letting go of any tension. An opportunity to calm the central nervous system down by slowing down your breathing. Every inhale, we're going to breathe into the chest. And a nice slow exhale through your belly. Just keep feeling your belly rise, fall, and expand. Take a moment to feel the back of the body heavy. Start to feel that you are supported by your mat. And as the back of the body feels heavy, that's your body's natural state of relaxation. Allowing the top of the body to feel soft and light through breath. As you relax your body, let's not forget about the head, relaxing the face, relaxing the brows, softening the brows, softening through the temples, releasing the tongue from the roof of the mouth, softening the jaw, and feeling the back of the head heavy. For the last few breaths, as you inhale into the chest, feel the shoulder blades soften. And as you exhale through your belly, start to feel the hips heavy, the sit bones, and the gentle outer rotation of your legs. Now that you are comfortable and relaxed in your Shavasana, please bring the knees into the chest. We're going to come into a fetal position. Wrap your arms around your legs. Good. Pull the knees in, roll the shoulders back, roll the tailbone down. Yes, you can move into a hip roll if that feels good too. Good. So the first posture, a nice easy one. It's a variation of child's pose. So let's bring the body to the right hand side or the left hand side. Come into a fetal position. A breath or two here. Nice and heavy and relaxed. You're going to push up through one of the arms and we're going to come up into child's pose. Okay, so for this variation, Anna's going to demonstrate for you. Let's get the knees mat width apart. Anna's going to demonstrate for you how to do the child's pose. Good. Extending the arms forward like you would do in a regular child's pose and making sure that the head does not touch the bolster or a blanket, whatever prop you have at home. The hands are nice and soft, really important that you're not grabbing onto the bolster if you have one. The other variation is just using it without a bolster. Okay, so the head below the heart, hips slightly elevated, relaxing down and back in the direction of the heels. So this variation here with the bolster activates the meridians for the lungs. The meridians for the lungs travel from the abdominal wall all the way around the chest cavity, through the clavicle, up through the shoulder, and then all the way through the inside of the arm and out through the thumb. Okay. Yin yoga, it is a meditative practice. of reconnection and surrender just by allowing the central nervous system to calm down. And the way it calms down is through stillness and breath. We're holding the postures and we're not thinking, rather we're feeling. We're feeling the space that we create within the internal body by breathing. We're feeling any tingling sensation through the arms. We're feeling the manipulation of the meridians through the upper body. Essentially, when we work with the lungs and the large intestine meridians, it is an interplay through the upper body of different variations of arm movements. Good. Allowing the arms to feel like they're stretching, good, by breathing and lengthening that breath. So we're going to breathe into your chest and slow exhale, good. We're going to keep exhaling nice. And we're going to feel that nice stretch from the shoulders to the wrists. Good. Start to navigate the breath into the upper body. With every exhale, you are allowing the hips to feel heavy, melting in the direction of your heels. So while you're at your feet, feel the 10 toes, the tops of the toes relaxed. No tension in the toes. Keep breathing into your chest and allowing the sit bones to relax in the direction of the heels. So you're going to gently feel a nice outer rotation of your thighs. Moving the chin away from your chest now. And we're in the last 30 seconds. Good. Letting the heart melt. Softening through the shoulder girdle. Gentle bend of your elbows. Good. Lengthening that exhale. Good. I'm going to stay here for the last 3, 2, 1, and gently going to push up through the palms or your elbows. Good. And we're just going to stay in child's pose without, yep, you can stay there. So from here we're going to go straight into the next posture, which is a lateral stretch. We're going to extend the right hand to the right front corner of the room. Yep. Like in a diagonal position. Good. And then the left hand's going to follow. So the more flexible people will place their left palm on top of the right hand. You have an option to bring your third eye to the floor or the left cheekbone to the floor, whatever feels more comfortable for you. If you need to place a pillow or a bolster between the heels and the sit bones, that's always an option. You can also place a pillow. I prefer to work with a smaller pillow than a large bolster underneath your rib cage if you need to. Yeah. So we're just placing whatever you need to underneath your body so the muscles can disengage. No activation of muscle. Again, it's your third eye to the floor or your left cheekbone, whatever feels good for you. So in this lateral stretch in your child's pose, the idea is to allow for the left shoulder blade, that's right, to soften down and forward. Creating that extension as you inhale into the upper lobes of the lungs, so you feel an organic stretch through the intercostals. That's really key, that space created just through breath. It will feel like a stretching sensation, and that's what we're looking for here. Okay, so keeping in mind that the meridians for your lungs do start right at the torso. We're going to work through that stretch all the way through the inside of the arms. And we're practicing the stillness here, the recalibration of breath, followed by the navigation of breath once you start to feel that organic stretch, a little bit of tension, a little bit of stagnant energy. So the stagnant energy and the tension is released by the activation of that flow of chi, prana, vital energy, life force through the meridians, which then are activated and directed into the lungs and large intestines. Good. So we keep relaxing the hips back to the heel. So you might have a tendency to allow for that left hip to lift up. Energetically, the left hip pushes down and back in the direction of the heel. Good. So as the left hip pushes down, as does the left shoulder down and forward. Pay attention that you're not actively stretching your arms like you would do in a yang yoga practice. The shoulders are heavy, the elbows are heavy, and we're practicing presence. Feeling the tips of all fingers on the floor, feeling the tops of the feet. I'm going to hold this posture for another 30 seconds. Conscious of the way you feel, conscious of the way that you breathe. And if it's available to you, we practice Ujjayi breathing, hearing a gentle rasping at the back of the throat. No tension in the brows. Good work. For the last 3, 2, 1. You're going to release the posture by lifting the left palm away from the right hand. Stretching through the center, we're going to move into child's pose. Just generic child's pose. Just stretch the arms forward. Anna, we're going to stay here. Yep. Good. Take a few breaths here. And remember the arms, they can stretch forward here if you want to feel more of a stretch. As it's not one of the postures in the sequence, it's just a posture here to reset. So make it an active stretch if you feel the need. Good. And then we're going to move into the left side. From here, the left hand moves in the direction of the left front hand corner of the room and the right hand follows. Okay, more advanced students will place the right palm on top of the left palm. Good. Okay, so right away, remembering what we were doing in the first posture, right hip down and back. Keep that length. Good. Right shoulder down and back. Okay, so she's super flexible and she can stay in this posture and just focus on feeling the top of the body relaxing into the mat. Feeling all the toes in the mat. Gentle outer rotation of your heels. Feel anchored through your knees, your palms, your shoulders, your hips. As you breathe into the chest, feel the heart melt into the mat. Every exhale, the belly is heavy. So when you do start to feel stagnant energy within the internal body, often that's just a sign of a blockage that blocks the free flow of energy to the organs that we're working with. So these blockages are commonly caused by things like poor diet, sports injuries, trauma, bad lifestyle. And sometimes even just accidents. If you feel the urge to move, just start to work more on the breath. By being conscious of the breath, it takes you out of the head and brings you back inside the body. And then we have the last minute here just to relax and melt into your lateral stretch child's pose. So breathe into your rib cage. Good, nice slow exhale. So take the opportunity to feel the right shoulder roll forward and down into the mat. Breath must stay calm here and belly relaxed. For the last 3, 2, 1. We're going to tiptoe your left hand, right hand back into the center. Just stretch forward and back for a moment. Quick stretch. And then we're going to push up through the palms and we will reset the body here in an Indian child's pose. Nice and slow in your own time. Oh, the posture feels really restorative after doing all that upper body interplay. Feeling the stomach on the thighs, the chest on the knees, the heaviness of the shoulders moving down and forward, chin to the chest, your third eye to the floor, gentle bend through your elbows. Feel the palms open. Feel the heels gently outer rotate. Feel the tops of the toes on the floor. And we're just witnessing every inhale and every slow exhale. A few more full, deep, nourishing breaths. And from here, we're going to move into the shoulders. Slowly push up through your palms, one vertebra at a time. Okay, we're going to keep the knees, again, mat width apart like we're preparing for child's pose. We're moving into the shoulders. Bolster may be needed or not, but I'm going to demonstrate for you guys. You're going to keep your knees a little bit further apart, relax the belly. And if this is all you can do, and place the pillow between your hips and your calves, that's okay. Otherwise, you're going to roll onto the top of the head and pull the arms all the way back, chin to the chest. Now, if this is not for you, let your arms go wherever they need to go. Gentle bend of the elbows if you need to. And we're going to stay here and hold. Good. Shifting the weight forward energetically. Yeah, so allow gravity to do the work here. Pull the palms in if needed, and if you don't pull the palms, that's okay. So it is a gentle grip with the hands. Very gentle grip with the hands. Again, always staying weighted down and anchored down through the knees and the tops of the feet. We'll take an inhale and exhale. There you go. Go to your edge. Yin yoga is all about going to your edge. Just stay there, don't move. Again, the weight goes forward, more advanced students. Otherwise, just let the hips relax to the heels. So this is about creating space. Space from your hands to, to your coccyx. Stay there. Nice. Good girl. So please go to wherever you can, remembering that there is no pain in yoga. Okay. If the feet are coming up off the floor, you would place a bolster on top of the heels or a pillow. That is an option. If the tops of the feet do not touch the floor, the modification is to place this pillow underneath the tops of the feet or a bolster. The foundation for every posture, whether it's yin or yang, is to have a solid foundation where you feel secure and balanced. Okay, and that's where we start from, but the foundation. So keep the breathing nice and relaxed. The eyes are closed and the breathing is calm, really nice, Anna. Good. The chin to the chest, the internal gaze between the brows. And when you wake up in the morning, you will feel it in the upper body, most definitely, but it feels it feels safe. It feels like you work safe in your yin practice. And if you're feeling vulnerable in any of the postures, know that that is the authentic, fulfilling way to practice yin. Okay, 1 minute. And it's important when you hear the time not to add a story to that time. Just continue breathing. No stories in the mind, no monkey mind. How? By feeling your breath, by navigating your breath. Last 30 seconds. An invitation to move a little bit deeper. Big inhale and exhale. Soften the shoulder blades. Hollow through the armpits. 10 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Excellent. Okay. Let's release the hands. Bring your knees together and child's pose, Indian style. Really good. Just let the shoulders soften, chin to the chest, especially after a shoulder press like we just did. This is my favorite way to restore the spine between the postures. The last few breaths. For 3, 2, 1, and slowly come up nice and slowly. Let your head come up last. Good, a couple of shoulder rolls. The next posture is seal, and if seal is too intense for you, you're welcome to come into Sphinx. So we're going to face the front. I'm going to come into a proning position and stay anchored through the hips. So the feet, they don't pull in like a yang practice. You allow them to roll out and relax. I'm going to push up through the hands, and Anna can join in with me. Okay. Leading with the heart, shoulder blades down and back, elbows slightly bent. Now, if this is too easy for you and you like more of a challenge, you're going to bring the hands, palms closer towards the hips. Let the hips push down and forward. If any tension in the neck, relax your head, your neck. Seal. Okay. So first thing you're going to do is you're going to allow the heels to gently outer rotate. And really important to soften through the glutes. Don't tighten the glutes. Good. The gentle outer rotation of your legs is the key here. Good. Hip bones pushing down into the mat. And from here on the inhales, the lifting of the heart, the softening of the shoulder blades, the closing of the eyes, internal gaze forward, right between your brows. Right away in seal, you start to feel it in your arms. If this is not for you, Sphinx, come down onto the forearms, let the heels flop to the sides, head forward, internal gaze forward, or bring your chin to your chest if you have tension in the neck. The block if you need support from the third eye to the floor, or a bolster. Otherwise, seal. So good for the meridians for your lungs and large intestines. Remember again, not to create tension in the glutes. Soften the glutes, and right away you'll feel the heels really soften, relaxing the heels. Taking a moment to feel the tops of all 10 toes. Feeling each fingertip against your yoga mat. Every inhale, the heart moving forward. And every exhale, the deepening of the hips into the mat. Again, if you would like to create more intensity, walk the hands closer towards the hips. Calm face, calm mind. Stay connected with your breath. Do you feel it on the inside of your arms? Do you feel sensation through the outer arm? If you're feeling any tension in your lower back, that's more borderline on pain, right away back off, come gently down into Sphinx. 1 minute to be still, to breathe. Think about your shoulders. Where are your shoulders? If they're hunched around your ears, that's tension. Please release your shoulders down and back. Keep the length from your pelvic floor. Keep the expansion of the rib cage with every inhale. Last 30 seconds. Hear yourself breathe, Ujjayi breathing. For the last 3, 2, 1. And we are slowly going to release the arms and the legs. Let's bring your left cheekbone into the floor, face the right. And soften the shoulders. As you inhale, feel your heart beat into the mat gently. As you exhale, feel your belly expand across your mat. Feel each of your fingers. Feel each of your toes. If you have a friend close by, you can invite them to step on the soles of your feet. Get a little movement into the toes, soles of the feet. This is called a foot massage in yoga. Okay, just a few more full deep breaths here. Okay, bringing your chin forward. And we're going to push up. And we're going to come into a supported fish. So the supported fish in yin yoga, when we're working for the meridians for autumn, the arms need to be activated. So we're going to relax on your back. And we're going to bring the legs into Bakasana if you like, as a modification. So take a moment to make sure that the bolster is in a comfortable position for you. If you need a little pillow, please place the pillow at the base of the neck. So if this feels too easy for you, what we would do is we would release this pillow, maybe 2 minutes into the class, into the posture, And this is a variation, this is an option for the legs, so it's not necessary, it's up to you. So either or. The idea is that the arms are up above the heart, so we're moving into those meridians. Good. So the eyes are closed and the breathing is calm. Good. Supported fish pose. Big inhale into your chest and a slow exhale. There you go. So we're allowing the body to melt. Bigger inhale. Good. And slower exhale. Relaxing all the toes. If your feet are in Bakasana, feel the soles of the feet drift apart. Gentle outer rotation of the calves. The knees heavy. Gentle outer rotation of the thighs. Softening of the hips. Nice, slow breaths. So allow for each posture to feel restorative, which means there's no moving, there's no resistance, there's just stillness. So the key to every posture in Yin is to hold the posture, to breathe, to quieten the mind, to activate a deeper flow of energy through the internal body, to restore and replenish whatever glands and organs you are working with. In traditional Chinese medicine, the element for autumn is metal. In Indian Ayurvedic medicine, the Ayurvedic dosha for autumn is Vata. Vata governs movement throughout the internal body, focusing on the elimination system, the respiratory system, and the central nervous system. Keep the breath flowing, big inhale, and slow exhale, really nice. Feel your belly rise. Feel your belly fall and expand. Last 30 seconds in your supported fish. The last 10 seconds, really deepen the inhale and lengthen the exhale. For the last 3, 2, 1. If your legs are in Bakasana, please extend your legs. Be gentle when lifting up the head. Push up through your elbows if you can. Lead with your chest before your head. Lead with your heart. Lead with your heart. Nice. Good. And let's do a restorative posture here. We're going to do a forward fold. So if your knees are, if you tight through the hamstrings, you can extend your legs and place a bolster under the knees, and just a forward fold. So many different variations Yeah, so Anna, let's put the bolster under this one. So this isn't actually a pose, it's just to reset the body. Good. Now just let the shoulder blades soften. Good. Toes flop out to the sides. Good. And slowly come up one vertebra at a time, nice and slowly, yet rounding shoulders, roll back before you lift your chin, couple the shoulder rolls, beautiful, keeping the eyes closed. Excellent. We've arrived to the last posture for the sequence. We're moving into bow tie. So you're going to feel it in your arms right away, your shoulders. And we can face actually this way for this one. So we're coming into a proning position. And you might need a pillow, but not a block or a bolster. So proning position, we're going to start by extending the right arm to the right. You stay up the top. And left arm over the top. The chin is away from the shoulders, yeah? Okay. If you need to place a pillow between your third eye and the mat, that's a really good option to keep the back of the head nice and relaxed. Palms are facing up in a bow tie. And important to just let the legs relax. Yes, nice outer rotation, good. Straight away, you're going to feel it through the shoulder girdle. Through all these postures for autumn, you will feel it through your shoulder blades, your scapula, the rhomboids, the trapezius muscles, the pectorials, all the way through the arms and even the fingertips. So complete upper body workout without engaging any muscle. So the most common complaint that I get as a teacher is upper body tension and stress. So yin yoga, if it's done correctly, is a great way to release stress. Let the crown of the head tilt down to the floor. And straight away, that sensation that you're feeling in the shoulder girdle, this is where you're breathing into. Breathe into the scapula. Breathe into the rhomboids. And allow the muscles to melt away from the bone. Softening through the sit bones. A gentle outer rotation of your legs, your feet, your toes. One more minute in this posture. Eyes are closed, mouth is closed. I want you to feel the palms open. The gentle curl of all 10 fingers. Breathing into the rib cage. Exhale through your belly. Last 20 seconds. And slowly, last few seconds, and then we're going to push up through the arms. We're going to push up through the elbows, and then we'll relax the arms by the side and moving into Shavasana, facing right side, left cheekbone on the floor. Feeling the sensation through the arms after holding your bow tie right side. Feeling the difference between your right shoulder girdle and the left shoulder girdle. Feel the weight of your hips heavy as you exhale. And now feel the shoulders against the mat as you exhale. Two more breaths. Bring in your third eye to the floor, push up through your palms. And we're going to extend the left arm under the right arm, and we're going to move into bow tie number 2. The chest is forward, but the arms are much more forward than the chest. The palms face up, and then they just soften and relax. Feeling the weight of your chest, heavy. Shoulder blades moving down and forward, heavy. It feels like your body is peeling open. Your arms, your feet, your heels, your thighs. Stay anchored through the hip bones. Feel the heaviness of the belly. Feel the softening of the chest with every inhale. Feel the back of the head, heavy. Third eye to the floor. So often in these postures where we're tucking the chin into the chest, we still have a lot of tension in the face. So you take a moment here to relax and soften the brows, the temples, and I always say it, but the tongue, release it from the roof of the mouth. Allow the jaw to be soft. A lot of focus on the body, especially when we're moving into a posture which is quite complicated, like a bow tie. Feeling the tension right away and the resistance in the upper body. So once we've ticked all the boxes in the body, right away, bring your awareness to your face and make sure that the face is relaxed. Bring your awareness to the palms. Feel the palms open. Feel the 10 toes, 10 fingers. And as we come to the last minute of the posture, no moving. Start to cultivate a deeper inhale and a longer exhale. Inhale to nourish and restore. Exhale to release and let go. "30 seconds. Are you breathing into the chest? Can you hear the rustling at the back of the throat as you exhale? That Ujjayi breathing keeps you inside the body and out of the head. Stay inside for the last 3, 2, 1. You're going to flip the palms, push up onto the elbows, release the arms to the side body. Bring your right cheekbone to the floor, soften through the shoulders, and allow the body to reset here. Your last asana for the sequence. Okay, warming up the feet when we work in a stagnant yoga practice. Feet gets quite cool if you're not wearing socks. A little bit of a massage to get some movement going forward. So when we come out of this restorative posture for bow tie. We're going to bring the chin forward, push up onto the palms, and we're going to turn around and relax on the back. Shavasana. Staying nice and warm. So if you'd like to get a towel, if you'd like to get a blanket or something to warm you up for your final Shavasana. And once you're nice and warm and you're settled, just a few minutes here to close your practice. So we never just do our postures and get up and leave. The most important part is the integration at the end of the class, allowing the body to receive the benefits of what we've been doing in this class. So the benefits only really occur when you are still and relaxed and breathing. As you breathe into the chest, feel the belly rise. Slow exhale, feel your belly fall and expand. Again, we feel the gentle outer rotation of the feet. And we keep the hands, palms facing up towards the ceiling, open to giving and receiving. Take a moment to release any tension from the hips, soften through your hips. And as you exhale, feel the shoulders melt down and back into the mat. Scan the body for any tension, any remaining tension. Send your breath there. The elimination system and the respiratory system, symbolic of the innate ways of giving and receiving in the cycle of nature, ultimately cleaning out and clearing out and detoxifying your internal body. Take a moment for you right now to think about what you need to clear out. What can you clean out of your life that no longer serves you? Is it a person? Is it people? Is it a circumstance, a habit, an addiction? Just use this time here to think of one or two things that no longer serve you. And as you exhale, release and let go. And as you release on the exhale, on the inhale, breathe in warmth and gratitude and the light. Stay here as long as you can. And when you do choose to leave, we leave each practice with open heart, open mind. Namaste.